So today I want to show you how to connect an integrated amplifier to a subwoofer when that integrated amplifier does not have a dedicated line, a dedicated subwoofer line output. After purchasing the equipment like I did here, I realized that it did not have a dedicated pre-out for a sub or dedicated line out for a subwoofer, all right? And which I found really disappointing because I did not do my homework before I purchased this. Now, this is the Yamaha RN301. Fairly decent receiver. I had another one before that, but that was just a 2-channel amplifier. But that one did not have a DAC built in. So I wanted something with a DAC built in and something that was network capable. Right, so this one, yeah, it's not bad. I like it. This is what is in my rack every day for my, my listening pleasure when I do listen music. Fairly decent. It has been on the market for quite a long time, so it's nothing new. But it does the job. It gets the job done, if you know what I mean. All right, so I'm just going to turn the back around and show you what the back looks like. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right. Yeah, so this is the back. And if you look at the back very carefully, you will realize that we have optical in, we have coaxial digital in, we have CD in, we have two-line level inputs and some tape stuff, and we have our speaker outputs. Now the thing about this thing, this has both A and B set of speakers, right? And that was what kind of saved the day for this kind of setup. If you look here, you notice that it has an area for network connection. So this is not it's not a high-end receiver, but I like Yamaha for music. Not bad. It's not the best sounding quality, this unit here, but gets the job done. All right, but the problem with this receiver is that it does not have a line output for a dedicated subwoofer, right? An amplifier which has a line output, you would connect something like this, a cable like this, to something like, to something like one of these, and then you connect it to your amp, right? But that was not the case. So what did I do? I had to scratch my head around this one. So I did a little bit of homework, and I learned to be more specific that you can actually connect speaker level outputs to a subwoofer if that subwoofer can accept speaker level signals. And when I say speaker level signals, I'm really talking about speaker level signals from the these speaker outputs here from the binding post. And so if the subwoofer has speaker level inputs, that was one way to go. So if you look at this very carefully, at this receiver very carefully, you would see that it has two sets of speaker outs, area labeled A and another area labeled B, right? So when I'm listening, or generally speaking, you would connect a set of stereo speakers to one of these, right? You connect, left and right to one of these, and then you would, if you want to run a set of speaker in another area of the room or another part of your home, you probably would connect them to the B section, all right? So I want to show you how I did this. So it's and before I continue, I just want to just move my camera over to my subwoofer so you can see the setup. But before I move to the subwoofer, I would just want to show you the connections. All right. So essentially what I did, I connect my left and right to the the speaker outputs labeled A, right? I connect my left, so these two here are for my left channel, and these two here, these two were for my right channel. So I was left with these two sets down at the bottom here for the B zone. So essentially what I did, I connect a cable, I connect a speaker cable to my, to a pair of these, and I'm going to just switch my camera around so you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, so I just connected my speaker wire to the the zone B speaker level outputs, and so what I did, you'll notice on this receiver here, it does have line level input apart from the regular RCA line inputs from a dedicated subwoofer. For a dedicated subwoofer, I should say, it does have line level inputs. So essentially what I do, I connect, I do a connection straight to one of the, a pair of these inputs. So these are called line level or speaker level inputs, right? Line level or speaker level input, not necessarily line level. Line level is usually the RCA. These are line level signals, or should I say line level connectors. Now, if my subwoofer had a dedicated line level out or speaker level out, I would be connecting to one of these, right? I'll be connecting to one of these with something like this. All right. If this amplifier had a dedicated subwoofer out, I would be just using one cable, which looks like this, right? But because it does not have a dedicated line out for a sub, I end up having to use speaker level outputs, right? So essentially this is just a short video to kind of give you an idea that if you should ever fall into this situation like I did, I purchased this amp, I did not do my homework very well in terms of the connections on the back. I saw it was at a good price, and I picked it up because, for the most part, I thought, whoa, an amp of this with all these features should have a dedicated subwoofer out. So I went ahead and I purchased it, and lo and behold, when I got home, I realized that there was no subwoofer out. So I listened to this guy, Paul McGowan, a lot, and he has a lot of, shout out to you, Paul, a lot of good, quick advice. And he was the one who I kind of, picked up this idea from. He's the owner of the PS Audio brand, if you ever, very high-end audio video, gear that is sold by this company, PS Audio. Yeah, so Paul was the one who mentioned that actually he preferred this kind of connection, the speaker level connection, rather than the dedicated line level subwoofer out from the amp to the speaker. He thinks that it's a bit more cohesive The sound is a little, the sound kind of blends better. I don't know. You know, I have no way of fact checking that, but yeah, he's the expert in the field with you know, a million years of experience in the audio video space. So what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought there, guys. But anyway, I hope you find this video helpful. You know, I'm not sure whether or not it would overload, because I'm just using one side of the B, or one of the speaker level up, a pair of the speaker level out in the B, from the B zone on this speaker. I mean on this amplifier. So I'm not sure if it will kind of overload the, you know, one side of the system too much. I have been playing it this way for quite a while now, maybe 2 years, and no problem. So, you know, so far so good. The only thing, you know, I have noticed based on my observation though, is that I had this connected, I connected something, I had this subwoofer in my home theater before, right? And you know, the receiver had a dedicated subwoofer out, line level out. And I realized that the bass was not only louder, but a little bit more firmer, if you know what I mean. I noticed with the line level signal here coming from this amp, I have to turn up the gain a lot on this thing, you know, for me to get decent bass. You know, prior to that, I never had that problem. You know, I connect something and I would turn it maybe halfway or 1/3 of the way, and I'm getting really good solid bass. But with this speaker level output, it required me to turn up the gain, the input gain on this thing much higher for whatever reason. I don't know why. But nevertheless, it sounds good. It sounds fairly decent. Not as loud as I mentioned before, but fairly acceptable. All right. So that's what I did. And just to reiterate, I'm taking speaker level signal from the integrated, for a pair of the speaker level output on the integrated amp here, to the speaker level input on my sub. Now, not all sub have speaker level inputs. For example, I have another small Yamaha sub here, which is upstairs. All it has is just the one connector that you would use to connect to it, using an RCA cable like this, right? So not all subwoofers will have speaker level inputs. As a matter of fact, I think they're getting less common these days, much less common. Most subwoofers just come with the RCA inputs. But anyway, I hope this was a bit helpful to you. You may or may not have run into this issue before, or this could probably give you an idea about something that you could try. If you like, this little tip, give me a thumbs up. If you like the channel and where I'm going with all these little tips here and there, give me a subscription, hit that subscribe button, and let's continue to enjoy good audio video. So I hope you enjoy this. Have a great day. Take care of yourself. Until the next video. All right.